Hello everyone, Jackals TV is back on the YouTube airwaves, and we're looking at the second last game of the season for the Jackals in the winter 24-25 season. This game took place on April 1st and is a matchup between the Jackals and the Blades Hockey Club. This is actually the fifth time these two teams have played each other this year. The final matchup, and it is the rubber matchup that's going to decide the season series. The Jackals won the first two games of the season against the Blades, and the next two were won by the Blades. All those games, close games, one or two goal contests. So we expect another close one here tonight. The Jackals are down three players for this game. Chris Marshall, Darwin, and Darryl, all unable to play. Troy getting the call as the spare to fill out the roster. Trevor getting the start in net. So let's head to the first period and see how this one goes. Jackals get off to a quick start in this one. We see John pick up the puck off the wall, give it to Aaron, who sees Jer off to the side of the net, who sweeps it up over the glove of the goaltender. And just a minute or so into this game, the Jackals have a 1-0 lead. The Blades look to have a quick response with this player going up the right side. He's going to drive wide and then cut hard to the net. And then David and Trevor combine, though, to keep that puck from going in. A little bit later, Blades still on the attack. This puck's going to go around to this corner. Bob's going to chase it down, get engaged, and as he tries to skate away from there, he gets tripped up. So that's a penalty to the Blades. Jackals to the power play. And we're going to pick it up with Bob carrying the puck up the right side and then trying to set up the power play. But watch Rob as he goes to the front of the net. He gets a cross check to the back, getting knocked down. Some calls from the Jackals there to put them up on a 5-on-3, but it doesn't work out that way, and they're unable to get any traction on this power play, so the Blades do kill it off, still 1-0. A little bit later, after that penalty ends, here's a rush up ice. Trey is going to pick that puck after Lloyd bumps it ahead, slide it over to Jer, and he sweeps that one on. This time it goes on the blocker side, very similar portion of the ice, but this time the puck goes in on the other side, and Jer has both goals, and the Jackals are now up 2-0. A little later, Blades have this steal at center. Puck gets turned over. A nice little back pass. This player's going to walk in the ring net line and slap it. And then the puck off of Trevor's shoulder bounces in the air and just lands behind the net instead of in it. So Jackals dodge a bullet there. A little later, they have the offense now. Johnny comes across the line, holds up, puts it across to Jay. And as Jay's spinning, it hits his leg and it goes directly on the net. The goalie has to be sharp to make a save off Jay's foot. Here's more action. Bob's going to put that over to Jerry, looking for the hat trick, sweeps that one on net, and has a backhand attempt that gets put wide. So an excellent opportunity for the natural hat trick there. But the play is going to continue on. Bob almost keeps that in, but he has to wait a second for everyone to come out, then re-enters the zone, and he sees Jer on the far side, moves it across on the backhand, and Jer has another chance for the natural hat trick, but this time he can't get the shot off. An eventful first period continues. Here we see the Blades on a breakaway on a weird crisscross play at the line, and that player tries to go left with it, loses the puck, falls down. Looked like maybe Gary got his stick in there, but no penalty. Play continues. Period winding down. Here comes that player who went wide and drove the net earlier in the period. He's going to try again. This time he actually gets a shot off, but Trevor's there to make a save. So we go to the second period. Jackals up 2-0. And a scary play for the Blades goaltender to start the second period. Comes out to play this, and he has to put it right through Chris Weeger's triangle. So dangerous, but he does pull it off. And that's going to lead to this, where the Blades are coming in, going across the ice, putting a slap shot back against the grain. So a nice save by Trevor there to keep that out. But the play is going to continue. Blades holding it in, trying to throw it towards the net. It bounces in behind the net. Eventually it's going to come to that player all alone in front. Too many Jackals looking behind the net. That player swats it on the backhand, and it finds its way through Trevor, and the Blades cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. But it doesn't take long for the Jackals to restore that 2-goal lead, and it's a familiar face. Bob with the point shot. Jer in front gets two cracks at the rebound before eventually sliding it past the goalie, and he completes the hat trick and gives the Jackals a 3-1 lead. A little bit later, the Blades on the attack, and this isn't much of a play. You're just going to see Bob pick this puck up, and he sees Rob. He tries to feed him, but he misses it, and the puck goes all the way down the ice, although it looks like maybe that Blades player could have got it. So that's an icing, and then on the ensuing face-off at the other end, the Blades picked up this puck down low, pass it out front, two cracks at it, off the rebound, it goes in, and off that icing call, it's now a 3-2 game. Jackals look to come back and restore the 2-goal lead right away. Here comes Rob down the right side. Eventually he's going to find him in the corner. He's going to try to move that puck, and it goes to Troy, who throws it back over to Rob, and he has lots of net there. Goalies seem to be down on the ice, picking up quarters, but Rob can't find the open net. It just goes wide, so it remains 3-2. Play at the other end, a turnover at the line, send that player in on a breakaway, but a kick save from Trevor, sending the puck off to the corner. Jackals on offense now. Gary gets this puck at the point. It finds its way through to the net, and there's Johnny on the spot. The guy who's all over this game. Jer swaps at that from down on the ice, but he can't find that fourth goal as it ends up going wide. Time winding down in the second period. Rob tries to play that puck back, but instead it goes to a Blades player who sets up this 3-on-2, and they move it nicely to the player on the right side who puts it back across the grain to the blocker side past Trevor. And that's going to make it 3-3 heading to the third. And the Blades are going to be the dominant team here to start this third. There's a puck up ice, going to set up a 2-on-1. Rob skating hard to get back, but instead it's the third trailer who gets the puck and whips it, and luckily, looks like maybe it went off Trevor's glove there. Either way, it ends up going wide. Blades, though, continue on the attack. Watch in front of the net. Rob's engaged with a player there. And just as the shot comes, he knocks that player down, and the puck goes right through that falling player and deceives Trevor and goes through him. Rob and that player have a discussion about that play, but it is now a 4-3 lead for the Blades. Jackals are going to get a chance to tie this one up here. Rob picks up that puck and spins to get it, and as he does, that defenseman knocks him down. So it's going to be a penalty for the Blades. Unfortunately for the Jackals, they are unable to capitalize, and just after the Blades put somebody back on the ice, it's now 5-on-5. We're going to see Chris Weecher coming down the right side, and he's going to throw that puck in front, and John's all alone with it. Ends up flicking it just wide on the left side. Here's a play in the neutral zone. The Blades throw it across ice, and as Bob comes up to challenge it, he misses it, and it bounces conveniently off the boards right to that player who comes in and one times a slap shot high over Trevor's glove, and the Blades have now extended their lead. It's now 5-3. That early Jackals 2-goal lead looks like so long ago. With only a couple minutes left in this game, Bob's trying to move the puck out of the zone. He passes it up to Jay, who throws it towards the net, fans on it a bit, so it goes right to John, who throws it up front to Bob, who quickly deposits it between the goalie's leg. And with just a minute and 45 left, the Jackals have made this a 1-goal game, and they're back in it. So the Jackals will be looking to pull the goalie to equalize this one, but they're not going to be able to do it right away as the Blades are on a rush here. Coming up the right side, they find this player who's going to throw the puck on the back and across to a player unchecked, alone in front, 2 cracks at it, but Trevor comes across, makes an excellent save that's going to allow the Jackals to try and tie this one up. There you see Rob entering the ice as the extra player. There's the puck to Jared, alone in front, looking for goal number 4 to tie this game up. Backhander on the net, but the goalie's able to cover it up. So that leaves one last face-off here. Aaron set up to take the shot, and it goes perfectly to him, and he rips it. A nice hard shot, but it just misses the net on the left side. So that'll give the Blades the season series 3 wins to 2 over the Jackals on the regular season. Let's have a look at the stats. See Jer having that excellent outing with the hat trick in the game, Bob getting a goal and assist, and John chipping in with 2 helpers as well. So let's see what that does to the overall stats now on the season. So Jer now sits alone with 25 points at the top of the table as the team's leading scorer in both goals and points. So let's have a look at what that does to the standings now. As I mentioned, just 1 game left after this one. Jackals remain in 3rd place, the Blades in 2nd. So this would have been an opportunity for the Jackals to pass the Blades into 2nd heading into the playoffs, but that will now be out of reach to them with 1 game remaining. And speaking of 1 game remaining, let's have a look and see what it is. It's 1 game left, April 4th, against the Shower Hogs, the team currently in 1st place in the division. And like always, we'll have those highlights for you. We'll see you then.